Hey, I wanted to give you an overview of your Brainhoney course. I'm in the course that I'm teaching this semester, which is called Art 1, and right now I have 6 students in that course, and I want to show you how this looks after you log in. When you log in, you get this kind of dashboard view. Over here under critical, as students become further and further behind in the course, you'll see those kids pop up, and you can email them. Well, we won't email them from there, but you can see who they are. Under here I can see view, syllabus, gradebook, and objectives. View is how the student sees the course. Syllabus is how I can change the course, make it my own. Gradebook is where I go to grade stuff, and objectives are objectives for the course. So if I click on view, this is exactly the way the student sees the course. And I've got a get started unit 1, and I've got that open. It would open where the student left off last. So I happen to be at discussion 1 the last time I was in the course, and it brought me back there. Alright. There are lots of different activities. Some of them are read aloud inside the course, which makes it really nice. There's a podcast for the course. So if I click on podcast, it tells them that they can listen to the podcast, and they can see the podcast there. I've got the first lesson, which is a lot of reading. It's really not a lot of reading, but some students may want to listen to the podcast. It's there. I've got inside most of our courses are discussion boards, quizzes, tests. You'll want to be engaged in those discussion boards, so you'll want to go in there, moderate some of the questions, go in and give some good feedback to students. One rule of thumb for students is that they should post one original thought and then reply to 2 others. Makes for a rich conversation within a discussion board. You'll want to be familiar with all the content within these units, so it's really good to stay ahead of your students if you've not already reviewed all of the course content. So you can see what a student sees. Let me show you this real quick. I've put a welcome in here that it's from me, so I created a little YouTube video that is a welcome video from me. I embedded it in the syllabus area. So if I click on syllabus, or I can go home at the top and I can click on syllabus there, brings me to a place where I can add material. So all I did was click on add, and then click on editable content, and then I embedded the HTML from YouTube onto a page, and after I record the video. So we have some equipment here and have it set up so that we can help you record videos for YouTube if you want. We will be glad to help you do that. So you just need to let us know. I think that it gives the students a sense of who's teaching the course when you've inserted some of your comments and YouTube videos through the course. Much easier than in Edgenuity to insert custom content like YouTube videos. So here I can go in here and I can say, well, you know what, I really don't want that quiz review or that quiz, so I can click on edit. Let me show you this. Click on edit, scheduled activity, and then take out visible, and that will hide it from the students. So I can do that from both of those, and it will take out the quiz and the review. So you can go through. If there are things you don't like, you can take it away. Alright, so I wouldn't delete too much. I would simply edit. Alright, and I can add by clicking on add. I can add all of these different things. You can experiment, click on more. If I want to put a wiki or a blog or a journal, I can do that. Alright, by clicking on syllabus. So I'll click on home. In the gradebook, it's exactly what it is. It's a gradebook. If I click on Unit 1, which I'm in, it shows me all the assignments for Unit 1. When students start to add those pieces in to the course, then they'll start to see, you'll start to see those things to be graded in the course. So there's nothing here for me to grade. I'd show you, but you click on it and you grade it. It's easy, very easy to do. So that's basically it. You're going to communicate within the SIS, and I'm going to switch here in a minute to the SIS on the back part of this video so that you can see how that communication works. So I'm in the SIS and I see some stuff up here. It shows that my students really haven't started yet. So, but I see them all as listed as critical, where they haven't really. Some of them haven't logged on at all. But this gives you a dashboard just like what's in Brainhoney, except I think this one's a little better. I can see my students here. I can click on them, get things like if I click on some of my students, I can see contact information. If I go to let's go to edit information, I can see some things. Here you go. So if I needed to call a parent or something like that, I could do that. I can see that information from there. I can look at my enrollments, but here's what I mainly want to do. I want to go to messages, and now I've got one waiting for me. I can click on send a message, and I can type a message to individual students. So if I say Hannah, and Hannah pops up, I can copy her email so that it gets sent out to her email outside of this system, and I can say, hey, and I can just simply email her and hit send. That's really the way that you're going to want to send an email to an individual student. So here's another way to email your students. This will email all of your students at one time. So if I click on enrollments, and if I just have one class, I just click on get data. But if I have multiple classes and I want to send it to a particular class, then I want to look at course and then find the course I want to. In this case, I only have one, but if I had multiple, I would click on the one course. I don't know where my course is. There it is. That's not it. So I'd find the course. There's a lot of courses, but let's say I've got a course. That didn't work because it's not my course. So I want to just stick with one course, but you would find your course. Click Get Data. I only have one course, just like I said. I could go to Email, and this is really cool. I can choose from a template. So I can go down through these templates and look at them. Okay. This is a welcome. So it says, this is from a Spanish teacher. You could take all this information out if it helps for you, to send a welcome. I could put my picture here. I could put my signature on here, but it's just it's an introduction from a teacher. I can go down through here, and there's a lot of these, but just pick one, or you don't have to pick one at all. And go back up here, and I can just type straight in here, just like this. I can copy the guardian, so the parent gets the email. I can copy the mentor, which is a person at the school gets the email. The counselor, which is another person at the school. So I can do all those things, send an email, one email per student, and then it sends a mass email out to everybody. I'm going to send a welcome email just in a few minutes to all of my students, introducing myself and who I am. Alright, so you can do mass emails or individual emails inside the SIS. Makes it really great. Also, I can get information for students on how to reach out for their parents. You're going to want to call often, especially if you have students who are not active. It's part of the job of doing this work is that you're reaching out, calling, connecting with the students that you're responsible for. Alright, let me know if you have any other questions.